When they spotted this weird bald creature, they were horrified but knew it needed desperate help. When they called, they said she was completely nude, with pink, terribly scaly skin, and barely there wisps of hair all along her back. The strange animal was almost entirely bald, sickly, and extremely weak. She had wandered from yard to yard, tipping over all the garbage cans and climbing into the dumpsters in search of food. At first glance, homeowners in the California neighborhood weren't sure who or even what the creature was. All they knew was that she needed help. A seemingly striking-looking creature had been seen sniffing around some dumpsters in California and was now getting all the fresh grapes that she wanted, thanks to the people who were incredibly determined to help her. Just a few days before Christmas, an animal wildlife center in remote California received a very urgent call from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Residents of a California neighborhood had reported seeing some kind of odd creature that was busy sniffing around the dumpsters. And it was quite odd because the pale creature was completely bald. The Wildlife Center, an affiliate of the Humane Society of the U.S., is also one of just 2 places in the entire state that is qualified to deal with this particular kind of animal. Despite her unusual appearance, this creature turned out to only be a normal black bear just under a year old, but she had a horrifying case of mage. 2 volunteers had generously agreed to drive the rather unusual-looking bear to the center to get the help that she needed on Christmas Eve. And that's why they started to call her Eve. Luckily, even though mange is an extremely painful condition that is caused by parasites that burrow directly into an animal's skin, it is also quite treatable. When Eve arrived, rescuers immediately made her feel right at home and also started giving her medicine to treat her. According to the staff at the center, it was good that she did not have any secondary problems from the mange. She was also a good weight, even though she was completely bare. After a few weeks at the center, even managed to settle into her own little apartment at the medical ward. This gave her indoor and plenty of outdoor spaces to play along with a little plastic igloo where she could hide. She could easily stay at the center for at least 6 months or even a year before she was finally ready to be released. This poor black bear, stripped of just about every fiber of hair by an incredibly aggressive mage, would somehow not have made it but for an intervention by state authorities. As reported by sources, the center has promised to be with Eve every step of the way for as long as it takes for all her fur to grow back. The staff also added that the bats are already making Eve feel much better. They understand that it might be incredibly achievable for poor Eve. But the more the crusty skin gets off, the more the nice healthy skin underneath is exposed, and then it's simply going to be a matter of hair. Now she's thriving an entire year after the rescue. Eve is almost like a new bear. She's adventurous, absolutely loves playing with toys, and especially enjoys foraging around for snacks around her habitat at the center. She quickly jumps at the chance to topple over insured cardboard boxes and also revels in excitement, while also swimming around in her very own pool. Her once irritated and scaly-looking skin has turned into a nice coat of wispy, dark brown fur. While Eve's mange has now completely healed, her skin has become so incredibly sensitive from the infection that it is likely she will never fully grow a plush, thick coat like the other black bears. If she were ever to be released back into the wild, Eve would have much less protection from all the frigid elements and could also fall sick again.